Assalamu alaikum. Hello, learners. Today we deal with lesson 6. I practice. Let's start. Look here. Read and remark. Are you interested in music? Yes, I'm fond of music. Do you enjoy rhyme? No, I dislike it. I'm fond of rap music. Here, what do we talk about? What do we talk about? Look, do you enjoy? I dislike. I'm interested. Here we talk about interest or likes and dislikes. Let's see. Give the equivalent of do you like, I'm keen on, I'm not fond of, like. Here, you read the dialogue and try to find the equivalents. Number one, do you like? What is it? You say it is do you enjoy or are you interested in? I'm keen on. I'm keen on means I like. Say I'm keen on, I'm fond of or I'm a fan of. I'm fond of or I'm a fan of. I'm not fond of. It is I dislike. And the equivalent of like is enjoy. The opposite is of like is dislike. Well, now look at this picture. And here we have question. Try to find the correct answer. The question is, do you like video games? Number one, I'm interested in video games. 2. Yes, I'm fond of video games. Here, do you like? So the answer is yes, I'm fond of video games. Good. Number 2. What are you fond of? It means what do you like? What are you fond of? I'm keen on arts. Or no, I'm not keen on arts. Right? So here public question, so we say I'm keen on arts. Good. Look here, social media and reading. Are you interested in social media? First answer. Well, I prefer Instagram. Well, I prefer Instagram. Number 2. Well, I'm fan of. But I prefer reading. So which one is correct? It is second one. Well, I'm fan of, but I prefer reading. Good. Let's see the next one. What do you like most? Yes, I like hiking. No, I'm a fan of hiking. Alright? So, what is the answer here? What do you like most? Can we answer using yes or no? Of course, we cannot answer. So the correct one is I'm a fan of hiking. According to what we have seen, when we ask other people about their interest, or it means what they like, we can say or I can say, what are you interested in? Or what are your interests? What are you fond of? What do you like most? Are you interested in, for example, are you interested in sport? Or 6, are you fond of? To talk about things I like or I don't like, which means I hate them. Or I'm interested in or I'm not interested in, I can say. I'm a fan of, for negative say, I'm not fan of. I'm fond of, or I'm not fond of. I'm interested in, or I'm not interested in. I'm keen on, or I'm not keen on. I'm interested in, but I prefer. Or simply you can say, I like, or when you have negative, positive thing, or I do not like when you have the negative. You can say, I do not like music. Here are some examples. Enzo isn't a real fan of Sudoku. Amado is fond of bird watching. Maria is interested in all kinds of plants, flowers, and trees. She is very keen on botany. Here, if you notice, we have interested in is the equivalent of fond of or fan of or keen on, which means like, I like. Let's deal with the next part. Here, we are going to practice. Look, batch, each question in A with its appropriate or with the correct answer in B. You remark here we have 6 questions and we have 6 answers. Question number 1, are you fond of cartoons? Is Sam keen on bird watching? What do you think of music? What do you like most? What are they interested in? Is Eva a fan of Sudoku? Of course, when you link, you should be careful and you have to look to the subject of each answer. Answer A, yes, he is. Yes, but I prefer animes. C, I don't like it. It makes me mad. D, they enjoy plants and animals. E, I'm fan of traveling. Safar. F, no, she dislikes it. She isn't good in maths. What are you going to do? You think and do the task. Okay, let's correct now. The first question, are you fond of cartoons? Can you say they enjoy? Of course, we have the answer should be with them. Are. So, are you fond of cartoons? Here in the sentence, we have D. Say, yes, but I prefer anime. Are you fond of cartoons? Yes, but I prefer anime. The second one is Sam. Sam, we replace it with he. Is Sam keen on bird watching? The answer is A. Yes, he is. What do you think of rap music? What do you think of rap music? The answer is I don't like it. I dislike it. It makes me mad. What do you like most? It is I'm fond of traveling. Question number 5. What are they interested in? They enjoy plants and animals. The last one is Eva. Is Eva a fan of Sudoku? No, she dislikes it. She isn't good in maths. Okay, now let's deal with the second task. B. Complete the following conversation with the appropriate statements. Number 1. Really? What do you usually read? 2. I always read them before going to bed. 3. How often do you read books? 4. Well, I'm keen on reading. Last one. I'm not interested in. What you do, you think and try to put the correct answer in there to complete this dialogue. Let's start. We correct. The first one. Steve, what are your interests? If you notice here, the correct answer is number 4. Well, I'm keen on reading. Here we have question. Is it really? What do you usually read? Or how often do you book? Or how often do you read books? Of course, it is really. صحيح? Really? What do you usually read? Encyclopedia and scientific books. The next one, it's how often? كم مرة? How often do you read books? The answer is it's number 2. I always read them before going to bed. Last question, what do you think about manga? The answer is I'm not interested in. So, what you do here? Read the conversation with your partner. A. Steve, what are your interests? Well, I'm keen on reading. A. Really? What do you usually read? Encyclopedias and scientific books. How often do you read books? I always read them before going to bed. What do you think about mangas? I'm not interested in. Okay? This is the language 2. How often means how many times. كم مرة. When you ask this question, you answer using once, مرة, twice, or 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, million times. You can say once a day, or twice a week, or 3 times a month, etc. Example, how often do Muslims pray? Of course, 5 times a day. You can answer using the adverb of frequency. Example, how often does she study art? Oh, she never studies it. Okay, let's see. Now, here are some adverb of frequency. We are going to identify them. You look to the batteries, you find the degrees. Now, first one, we have 0%. Never, أبدا. Rarely. نادرا. Sometimes, أحيانا. Often, غالبا. Usually or generally, عموما, and of course always, دائما. You remark, when we have a verb, the adverb of frequency should come before the verb. Subject, always or never, and we have the verb. Look at it. I never. This is the adverb of frequency. I never get bored of birds or children. The verb here, gets. If you remark, the adverb of frequency preceded the verb. The second case, when we have the auxiliary to be. Am, is, are. Here is the contrary. We have the adverb of frequency should follow the auxiliary verb. Like this example. She is sometimes talkative. Look, is just after we have the adverb of frequency. Now let's practice. Look, here, arrange or classify the word to get correct sentences. Of course, you have to remind or to remember the rule. Maria, respectful, is toward always nature. Number 2, he plays at noon, usually piano. 4, sometimes go at day, San Diego Lake, fishing. Number 5, sports is always number 1 of interest, your. Here we have question mark. It should be this answer. It is question. You think and do the task. Well, let's correct. Number 1, Maria, respectful, is toward always nature. What do you say? We say Maria is. Here we have to be always. Look, here to be and always. Maria is always respectful toward nature. Number 2, he plays at noon, usually piano. Here we have the verb play. So what do you say? He usually plays piano at noon. Number 4, sometimes go at day. So what do you say? They sometimes go fishing at San Diego Lake. 5. Sport is. Here, look, we start, since it's question, we start with is. So what do you say? Is sport. Is sport always number 1 of your interest? Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.